So today I have a very awesome instrument in my hands. This is the Ned Steinberger bass. So this bass is wonky looking. So you may think, why? Where's the head? So the thing about it here is, I'll give you a little history. Ned Steinberger, the genius, he lived in New York. I believe he's from there as well. He decided back in the days, in the 80s, probably the early 80s, there wasn't any need to have tuning keys down at the head. And the reason why he explored this was because he was worried or more concerned about weight of the instrument or imbalance of the instrument. So he saw an issue with the present basses, and he realized that there's no reason to have the tuning keys down by the head. So he decided to bring it down by the bridge. So it made the bass a very, very unique instrument. And also, the material on this instrument is carbon fiber. So carbon fiber, for you guys that don't know what that is material that is used in aerospace, like so for aircrafts, space shuttles, airplanes, etc. It has a high heat tolerance. It's very stiff. It's very sturdy, and it's also very, very expensive, which makes me wonder why in the world would somebody build a bass out of that material. So I'm just happy that he did decide to build out this material because it's just quality, right? At that point, you have a very quality instrument. Most or all basses are built out of wood usually, and wood is great. It has great resonance, great sound. But the only thing with wood is wood tends to fluctuate with weather. So if it's colder, if it's hotter, it has effect on the wood, and due to that, it changes the position of the neck, and you get fluctuation with pitch and intonation and all that kind of crazy stuff. So this bass, I don't have to worry about any of that. Basically, I tune the instrument and it's set in tune. It's crazy because usually every single day I would have to tweak my bass, tune my bass, and all that kind of stuff. This bass, I don't have to do any of this. So let's talk about some of the features here. So this bass is so beautiful. It has a piano type finish, right? I love that piano type of gloss finish. It's really rich. It looks really great in person. It also sports two EMG pickup, active EMGs. It has a bridge neck pickup control, bridge pickup control. These are volumes, right? And then you have your tone control, right? Bass and treble. So it's very, very simple right out the bat, and it's full of punch, power, and just purity. It's the purest sound that you would get from an instrument, and I just love it because I really, really underestimated this bass when I first saw it and when I played one. So there's a story behind this bass. So when I was learning bass, my father had one of these headless basses, but it was not a Steinberger. It wasn't the original Steinberger, the carbon fiber version. It was a Horner bass, which was built out of wood. It was the same shape, same nut, bridge, pickups, all that stuff, but it just was a replica. And it just, to me, it didn't have any tone to it, because when you start to cut down on wood to this size, it's just you lose tonality. So the good thing with the carbon fiber, if you play the original Steinberger, you will get the full resonance and the lush of the sound that comes out of the instrument. So it's an interesting story because my dad, when he walked into the store like in the 90s, early 90s, I probably was very small. He asked the sales owner, could he try the Steinberger? So when he picked up the Steinberger bass, he was like, this bleeping bass is too heavy. So the guy handed him the Horner bass, and that's how he ended up with the Horner bass. But I'll tell you this, guys, any bass besides this original Steinberger, as you see there, Steinberger, is not worth your time, in my opinion, because the main ingredient with this bass is the carbon fiber. It's the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is the most important factor of this instrument. And like I said, for years I've underestimated this bass. I was like, this thing looks crazy. it like how you're supposed to like even sit with this thing or stand up with this thing. And the cool thing here is Ned Steinberger, the inventor of this instrument, genius guy. He built this pivot type of strap holder. So this thing here has the two prongs for the straps, and what you do is you put your straps on, and it sits and it balances on your body, whether you're sitting down or you're standing up. But the only thing with this bass is missing the leg rest. So a little story behind this particular instrument. I bought this one from a store named Headless USA in New York. So the plant manager of the original Steinberger factory basically restored this bass to its original condition. It's like brand new right now. This bass is originally from the 1980s, late 1980s. He restored the instrument, and basically it plays like butter. And yeah, I mean like I said, the more I look at this bass, the more genius I see in the design, and I'm really happy that somebody decided to go against the grain and build an instrument that wasn't your traditional like Fender P bass, jazz bass type of thing. But this bass here, it's just great. So the other thing too I would like to note is that it is not a short scale bass. Most people think when they see these compact basses, it's short scale. So the scale is the normal length, right? The normal length of a 4-string bass, I think, which is 34 or something like that, 34 inch. So that's the cool thing about this bass. It's you still get the full scale, but the body is very compact. So which makes it, easy to travel with. Just a overall just efficient instrument. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and I share with you guys this lovely instrument. Let me put it in the camera again so you guys can see the lovely instrument, the back of it here, the down by the bridge. It's just so cool. So I'm gonna be playing this bass more often, and also making more videos. I'm playing more styles of music with this particular instrument, because that's the only thing I've realized when I went on YouTube. I didn't see much guys playing different styles on this instrument, and there are not a lot of videos or examples of these basses being played by people. So I want to kind of change that and play different styles like neo soul, jazz, R&B, hip hop, you name it. I'm gonna play it on this bass and prove to people that this bass is the real deal. Okay, guys, so please, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. My channel is Cherry Productions with the S. I'm gonna be posting more videos, more content, and just sharing with the world, these unique things. I mean, this is a great invention. I mean, it won in the 80s. It won the award for the best inventions around that time in that era. So I mean, it's just a bass that has been slept upon. Nobody paid attention. You don't really see nobody playing this bass, right? You don't see no one playing this instrument. So I want to give this instrument attention because it's genius. It is very genius to me that somebody could build an instrument out of carbon fiber. Who'd ever thought? I think this bass is light years ahead of its time. It was made in the 80s, and bass luthiers are barely catching up with this bass, this concept. You know what I mean? Now these days you see a lot of guys doing the headless, but they need to give credit to Steinberger, Ned Steinberger, because he's the one who went out of his way to go against the grain and was probably called a failure and etc. It'll never work. But that's very inspiring. That's why I want to play this bass, because it's going to make me go for things that I probably would normally go for, because it's just unique. So guys, again, if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.